Hey everyone, have you ever seen a camera that doesn't just capture memories but actually store them inside? Well, today I'm super excited to share something really special with you all. I've created this beautiful camera shaped album few months back and I got so many requests for the tutorial of this. So finally I am here with a complete tutorial where we are going to learn how to create this beautiful camera shaped box along with a very pretty album inside it. In this tutorial series, I will be showing you how you can create this entire project step by step. This is the part 1 in which you are going to learn the preparation of the album, and in the part 2 we will be learning to create the camera shape box. So let's start the process. Here I am using flower melody pattern paper from Scrapbook. The size is 8 inches by 8 inches. To prepare the album, we need to prepare the base first. For this, I took the chipboard sheet, which measurements are on the screen. Here I am using 1200 GSM of chipboard sheet. Now let's take a cardstock. Here I am using craft color cardstock and we'll start adding the chipboard sheets one by one on this. Now the one thing which you need to keep in mind is the gap between the two chipboard sheets should be equal to the two pieces of this chipboard. So basically if I'll give you a rough idea, it should be somewhere around 1 by 8th inch of a gap should be there. Now here I am pasting all my chipboard sheets one by one on this cardstock. While pasting your chipboard sheet, make sure that it is aligned properly and the gap between all the chipboard sheets should be equal. This is the perfect time to do any adjustment or the alignment because right now all the pieces are not dried. After adding all these layers, we will start by scoring the all four sides. Now here the scoring will help you to fold your paper later on, especially in the craft color cardstock because it is quite hard to fold. Now before folding it, we are going to cut the corners. As I always say, always give a little gap at the corner and then you cut it. This way you are always going to get a crisp corners and you will not see the visible black color or any chipboard visible from it. Now here I am just giving a cut mark so that my folding process would be more crisp and clear. After that I will start adding all the four sides one by one. I have used glue to add my all the four side flaps, but if you are comfortable you can even use tacky tape. Now to prepare the pages, I took the cardstock which measures 4.5 by 5.5 inch. For this album I am adding total 4 pages. I kept it lengthwise and scored at 1 by 4th of an inch and folded this. This I have done with all the 4 pages. Next I took a cardstock which measures 3.5 by 5/3 by 4th of an inch. I put this cardstock piece at the center part of my album and I roughly made a invisible scored line which is there at the gap of the spine and the cover page. Similarly, I would be doing it from the other side as well. After this, I will add my pages one by one. Now here are the twists. There are two processes of it. In one process, either you can directly add the glue and you can add these pages one by one as you see in the video. And here I'll be telling you the another way. Since we folded our pages at 1 by 4th of an inch, so here I am going to mark at every 1 by 4th of an inch from the invisible scored line. After this, as per the length of our page, we will mark a point and then we'll draw a straight line. Now similarly, I'll be repeating the process for rest of the pages. So basically, you need to draw a straight line at every 1 by 4th of an inch. Now as said, either you can follow this line and paste your paper one by one directly on this cardstock. And for the second process, we would be drawing a similar straight line and on this line, I will be cutting a slit line using a paper knife. On this drawn line, I will be making a slit line with the help of my paper knife. So it should be very thin line. Basically, you just need to make two cut lines very close to each other. And now I'll be taking my page, the folded part I will insert into the slit line and I will be pasting the folded part to the back side of this cardstock piece. And once it will be pasted to the other side, I will secure everything with a masking tape. Now the same way we will be adding the remaining 3 pages, and this way you would be getting a very strong and sturdy binding for your pages. This way it will make it really secure and you will not have the problem of pages coming out from the joints. At last I will be securing all these pages at the back side using a masking tape. Now this is the optional step, but I usually follow it especially when I do any type of pasting. You can learn this more in details into my recent course launch, which was there on handbag shaped album, where I have taught all these basics much in details. For all the information of this course, I will be adding a link into my description box. You can have a look there. Coming back to our topic, here I am using white color chalk paint. This I have diluted with little amount of water, and now I will be sprinkling this water on my pages very randomly. So this process is known as splattering. You can use any color you want, but since it was a craft color cardstock, I love the white color detailings on it, and it really make your project to look extravaganza and take the finishing of your work to the next level. So if you haven't tried this process, do give it a try. Once the paint will dry, I will start adding the pattern paper on my pages. Now here I have done some of the pre-cut out of the pattern papers and I will start adding it one by one. Now the decoration of the inside page, you can do it as per your requirements. Here for my album at the first page I have made a pocket. So basically I have added a pattern paper. After that I have took a small piece of cardstock which I have used to make a tuck-in pocket, and I have also decorated it with another piece of pattern paper. Here I took rectangular shaped scallop dies, and with the help of that I have made these two tags which I will be inserting it into this pocket. Now similarly I'll be decorating my remaining pages. I will be adding different type of fussy cutout elements on different pages. So stay tuned because I will be revealing how I have decorated all my pages at the end of this video. That is surely going to give you some inspiration. I have also added the pattern paper on the cover page and the back page. I added the little detailed design on the back side and little bit subtle design on the front cover so that once we work on the cover page, the detailing should be more prominent. Now to make the cover page, first of all, I took this oval shaped die and this has a little tiny scallop design all around. However, you can use any shape of oval shaped die. Now using this die, I have made few cutouts. I have made two cutouts with the frame which has this two inside cutout, and one cutout I have made without a frame. Here I have also done the cutout of this girl element using the same size of die. Now first of all we need to make this cutout little sturdy. For that I am going to apply glue to it and then I will add it to the another piece of frame which we cut out. Now this process will make your frame little sturdy. You can even add one or two layers more to make it more sturdier. Next I took this entire circle cutout on which I would be adding this girl element. I have also used the remaining oval shape which we got from cutting the frames of this oval shape. This I have added at the back side of this girl so that I can make this pattern paper a little bit more sturdier. Now this entire design I am going to add it at the base. For this I cut out the scrap of chipboard sheets which I'll be adding at the base. Here I have added the two layers of chipboard sheets so that I can give the dimension to my elements and the die cutout which I have done. At this point if you want you can go with the double-sided foam tape, but I am more comfortable using the chipboard sheet at the background. After that I would be adding the frame which we have recently pasted together. Now allow it some time to dry it, and after that I will take my golden color rhinestone chain which I'll be adding at the edges of this frame. Here I am also doing some of the fussy cut out to decorate the frame and the cover page. You can use any design to decorate the frame, but here I was loving how the flowers was going so well at the corners of this circle design. After deciding the position of this, I would be adding this floral design on the corners using the double-sided foam tape or the chipboard sheet. So basically we need to give the dimension. Once the entire setup is ready, I'll be pasting it on the cover page. Now here, after adding this, I have done few more finishings. Here I have added the rhinestone. I have also added some of the rhinestone beads on the flower to add more detailings to it. I have also added this tiny butterfly which I decorated with the glitter and also some water droplets. Now while decorating, just make sure that you are not adding much layers because ultimately we have to insert it into the camera shape box. And with that, our beautiful album is ready. The process was so simple, but the results were satisfactory. Now let me show you a complete walkthrough of this beautiful album, and as promised, I'll be showing you all pages one by one. I am sure this is going to give you inspiration to create one for yourself. And with that, our album base and preparation is finally ready. I hope you enjoyed creating this beautiful album along with me. Just imagine how magical it's going to look once it sits perfectly inside the camera shape box. But wait, our project is not yet completed. In the next part of this video, I'll be showing you how to create the camera shape box that will hold this album inside and turn the whole project into a stunning statement piece. And trust me, that part is going to be super fun and very exciting because that's where the project really starts looking like a camera. So make sure you don't miss the part 2 of this tutorial. And if you enjoyed crafting with me today, don't forget to like this video and leave comment and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in part 2. Till then, bye and happy crafting.